Since we're now back on time, if you could stick to time, it'd be great. You have about, you have a total of 10 minutes. If you want any feedback, obviously you have to make your presentation a little shorter to get that.
My name's Arlene Dewdney. I'm a registered nurse, and I felt the need to come here and present the information that I have and I know in my experience. This is my first time doing this kind of forum, so bear with me. Um, so Health Canada, I understand, is their purpose is to protect the health of uh, Canadians, and through Safety Code 6, that's one of their mandates, is to revise the code so that it's in line, so that Canadians will be protected. So that's what I'd like to speak on. Um, First of all, I'd like to go to page 9 of the Safety Code 6 2009, where it talks about at present there is no scientific basis for the premise of chronic and or cumulative health risk from RF energy at levels below the limits outlined in Safety Code 6. What I'm trying to communicate is that based on the Safety Code 6, there's an indication that the science isn't there. I know a lot of research has been reviewed, but there seems to be a problem with the science. What is the mechanism of action? This might have already been presented today, but there's one research paper called Evaluation of Specific Absorption Rate as a dosimetric quantity for electromagnetic fields bioeffects, done by Dimitris Panagopoulos and Ole Johansson and George Carlo. I just want, so this was published in June 2013, so a fairly recent publication. It says it's PLOS1. Yeah. And so I just wanted to bring attention to a section on one of the page 1. It says, man-made electromagnetic waves are produced by electromagnetic oscillation circuits called Thomson circuits, not by atomic events such as infrared, visible, ultralight, X-rays, etc. And for this, they are polarized in contrast to natural electromagnetic radiation that is not. That's really significant because as the article goes on, when you have a polarized electromagnetic frequency, it also induces polarization in objects, molecular structures that is near it. And so it's really an intense article, and they talk about the SAR standard and that it hasn't been, like, based on this science, the SAR standard is not showing adverse. This is much more effective in showing health effects. What I'm trying to say is that if you can go through the article that I have here referenced and maybe incorporate it into your development of the Safety Code 6. I'm not a scientist, I'm just a registered nurse, and so I can't present it in the way a scientist would, but I felt this section, knowing the difference of the source of electromagnetic radiation is important. And the other part is that Curtis Brown, I believe, already did his presentation, but in the HESA committee in 2010, he also did a presentation about electrical induction of tissues, and that the SAR standard really didn't show the mechanism. In other words, you've got a complex biological tissue with a lot of chemistry and mechanism going on, and you only have one test, which is a SAR, specific absorption rate. And cell biology is too complex just for one item for measurement to say it's safe for people. And I'm going to be respectful, but I also came across information about Safety Code 6 in that when this last one was developed here, 2009, a lot of the research that showed biological effects were not included in the development of the code. And so if that is factual, then the code is really not covering biological effects. And I'm saying that with a lot of respect. And the next point that I would like to bring across is the Bi-Initiative 2007 and 2012 report, which I know you've heard it many times today probably. But again, it's an extensive report. I've looked at it, and there's a graph that, or a table that shows all the research and health effects. Like at 10 to the negative 13, there's major health effects. So the standard is like, 10 to the negative 13 microwatts per centimeter square. And so Health Canada current code is about 1,000. So like, there's health effects at very minute amounts, and understanding the mechanisms is really important. So what I'm asking the committee is to really, if it's not been done, to adopt the Bi-Initiative Report 2012 in the decision making. I believe that the research that you need to cover is already in hand, but I would like to consider adopting the Bi-Initiative, because many other organizations have done that. And I'm going to go to Austria, because I've looked at some of their standard is one of the lowest. And they're really important in wanting to protect the people, the public, you know. So if I have information on their standard, and you can look it up as well. And also their medical association, they have a proper diagnostic procedure for assessing electrohypersensitivity or ruling out conditions. So, I would also like to bring attention to the BC Centre for Disease Control. They developed a radio frequency toolkit for environmental health practitioners. It's a very comprehensive document here. And it was developed by medical professionals for those to assess people in their community. So they also utilize the Bi-Initiative report in their development of this toolkit. And again, just to mention, the World Health Organization did deem electromagnetic radiation as a environmental toxin, class 2B.
1 minute.
Okay. If I'll try and get my major point across. There's a lot of people in the environment that are really ill with unexplained illnesses since a lot of the technology has been put out. All I'm asking is that the limits are set so that we can be safe in the environment. Like, for example, we need wireless routers that emit on demand, not all the time. Do we need like umpteen cell phone transceivers on one pole? Can one cover instead of all those radiation to us? And the other part is that we didn't really consent to all of this radiation, and it's making a lot of people ill. And I would like hopefully you adopt standards that will be safer for all of us.
Thank you. That report that you showed, that table,
Yes.
is that available for us to look at? Or?
Oh yeah, it's actually on the, well, I can give you a copy, but it's on the Bi-Initiative website. You have to click and find it. Right. So they have their report, and then there's a table that you can go right in. It's very well organized.
Anne-Marie, do you have any comment about this one? Okay. There's no comment from the panel, apparently. Panel will do its best.
Thank you.